Hello everyone, Monica here. In life, we all experience moments of uncertainty, be it when faced with an unknown, when the situation is undecided, we don't know where we're going, or when someone or something is not trusted and we don't know what to expect. Although uncertainty can be positive, such as surprise birthday party or a better than expected exam grade, for the most part, we associate uncertainty with negative emotions. Given the inevitability of uncertainty in life, those who maintain composure during times of uncertainty often lead more successful and fulfilling lives. So, the question isn't why we feel this painful feeling of uncertainty in the first place, but rather why is it that some people can tolerate uncertainty very easily whilst others cannot. The first thing to understand about uncertainty is the background behind it. When you were a child, you didn't feel the threat that comes with the unknown. You had fear towards some external factors, but that fear was evolutionary, a reflex rather than a conscious thought process. As we grow up, our awareness increases and is influenced by external factors. We experience more things, learn behaviors from our caregivers, and understand more about our identity and desires. Your tolerance to uncertainty is closely linked to your experiences, nurture, and to some extent your genetics, nature. Uncertainty can be a very painful state to be in. When you're uncertain, you often don't know what you want, or you know what you want but don't trust that it can happen or that you can achieve it. You feel like you have no control, you feel powerless, and you feel incapable of being effective in shaping your reality. This state is often accompanied by struggles with anxiety, stress, issues related to self-worth and self-image, desperation, worry, and an expectation of the worst outcomes. Several other emotional states may arise in such situations. Make sure to check my channel regularly because I plan to make episodes on these topics as well. Problems are usually more complex than they seem, and to solve one issue, you often need to address another. That's where the concept of overall wellness plays a crucial role. Okay, so now we understand how uncertainty can make us feel. But what factors contribute to our difficulty in tolerating uncertainty? Imagine a child eagerly exploring the world around them, embracing new experiences with boundless curiosity and fearlessness. There is almost only an evolutionary fear. Yet, as we transition into adulthood, this innate sense of wonder often gives way to apprehension and doubt. Let's delve into some of the factors that shape our relationship with uncertainty. Past traumas, negative past experiences can make us fear the unknown, anticipating the worst. Lack of control, feeling powerless to influence events makes the future seem unpredictable and scary. Low self-efficacy, doubting our abilities leaves us feeling helpless and uncertain. External pressures. Societal norms and expectations can make us feel inadequate and unsure, resistant to change. Discomfort with life's unpredictability heightens our fear of uncertainty. By understanding the roots of our uncertainty, we can begin to navigate its complexities and reclaim a sense of confidence and clarity in our lives. It's crucial to address the causes of our poor tolerance to uncertainty and the existing states accompanying uncertainty. These transient states, initially mere effects, can enter a feedback loop with uncertainty, mutually reinforcing each other and gradually becoming causes themselves. The map I've created can help address each point directly and work towards overall wellness and self-improvement. In this video, I will discuss key general strategies for better tolerating uncertainty. Other states that can arise when you struggle with uncertainty will be covered in future videos. To navigate uncertainty more effectively, consider the following. 1. Stop trying to find a solution and the solution will find you. When confronted with uncertainty, the instinct is often to seek immediate answers and solutions. Paradoxically, the more we grasp for certainty, the more elusive it becomes. We are so focused on the problem itself that we become close to blind to answers. As the saying goes, when you tell yourself you don't know the answer to the question, it's you blocking yourself from the answer you do actually know. Similarly, Albert Einstein famously said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." Have you noticed that solutions often emerge unexpectedly? For instance, clarity may come after a walk or a good night's sleep. Sometimes, letting go of the need for certainty allows clarity to surface. Solutions exist on a different wavelength than problems. Therefore, being in a different state of mind or environment can facilitate finding answers. 2. Don't try to control and accept. When you face uncertainty, you often try to control everything, believing that controlling things will make you feel safer. However, this actually increases your anxiety, as even a small, uncontrollable event can trigger fear. A better approach is to let go of control. Imagine that life is a river and you are the water flowing within it. Be curious and embrace the beauty of not knowing, because this open state allows unexpected and beautiful things to happen. It's precisely when we stop trying to control everything that we open ourselves up to experiences and opportunities we could never have imagined. What if you told yourself, "The best time in my life hasn't even happened yet. What a wonderful hope for the future." Teal Swan has a great quote, "Whatever is happening is obviously supposed to be happening because it is happening," highlighting our limiting understanding of the world and why we are here. Often we suffer not just because of the event itself, but because we feel it's unjust that something has happened to us. But how can we really be sure that a challenging moment won't eventually lead to something beautiful? How can we truly know if that wasn't supposed to happen to you to guide you to where you truly belong? Another quote that deeply resonates with me is, "Not getting what you want can be the best thing that ever happened to you." Could this challenging moment be intrinsically woven into a larger plan or manifestation, guiding us if we embrace rather than resist it? What if this difficult experience is a crucial part of our journey towards manifestation? Sometimes the universe orchestrates events in ways that defy immediate understanding, yet they ultimately lead us to our desired outcomes if we navigate them without resistance. Another source of comfort is the story of the Chinese farmer. Though I don't know the original author, the story is retold by Ram Dass. A man had a horse that ran away. When his neighbor found out, he came over and said, "That's terrible." The man said, "You never know." The next day, the horse came back and was leading 2 wild horses. The neighbor said, "That's wonderful." The man said, "You never know." The man's only son was training one of the horses and fell off and broke his leg. The neighbor came over and said, "That's terrible." The man said, "You never know." The Cossack army came through the village and recruited everyone. They took all the young men, but they didn't take the son because he had a broken leg. Again, the neighbor said, That's wonderful. And again, the man said, you never know. Let go of your attachment to the outcome because in the end you truly don't know if that outcome is the best you could have. 3. Become more aware and integrate your feelings. You don't fear the unknown itself, but rather what you project into it. Be precise about what these projections are. Perhaps it's a fear of lacking money, close relationships, or freedom. Also, pay attention to all the feelings that accompany your uncertainty. Are they feelings of powerlessness, hopelessness, or despair? These emotions carry signals and messages that are important to acknowledge. They may stem from past traumas that need to be integrated for you to move forward. Instead of ignoring these feelings, understand and incorporate them into your experience. Take the time to learn more about your emotions. Allow yourself to fully experience them and consider seeking therapy if needed. For example, we often have a problem with uncertainty because we felt powerless and trapped in our childhood, unable to do anything. As adults, we counter similar feelings of no control, which leads us to worry, seeing worrying as a less painful scenario than facing uncertainty itself. You start to worry, trying to rationalize uncertainty to make it more certain. In the past, there were episodes where you were not safe, but there were also times when things were good. However, just when things seemed to be going well, something bad would happen again. These inconsistent and unpredictable experiences have made you constantly alert, unable to lower your guard. You have proof from the past that you could not remain peaceful. Integrate those feelings. Be aware of them instead of ignoring them. 4. Foster connections and address isolation. Encourage yourself to connect with others. It's important to understand that isolation can make your anxiety and fear of uncertainty worse. From an early age, your parents might have made you feel unsafe. During those times, instead of stopping loving your parents, you often stopped loving yourself. This created an internal split where you felt disconnected from your true self. To protect yourself, you learned to keep others at a distance. You began to rely only on yourself. This behavior stems from your childhood experiences, where feeling safe meant not letting too close to others. However, being connected to someone is one of the most vulnerable experiences you can have. To break this cycle, it's crucial to push yourself to build and maintain relationships. Understand that being close to others, despite the vulnerability it brings, it's essential for your emotional well-being. Isolation might feel safer, but it ultimately makes your fears and anxieties worse. 5. Seek stress reducers. Plan times for activities that help you relax and calm your nervous system. As we transition into adult life, we often neglect activities purely for fun due to lack of time or feeling guilty when not solving problems or working. However, it's important to prioritize these stress reducers. For example, watch funny videos, walk in nature, eat healthy, make yourself a soothing tea. 6. Exposure therapy. It involves gradually exposing yourself to uncertain situations in a controlled manner to reduce sensitivity and discomfort with uncertainty. Start questioning whether uncertainty in a given situation are truly as dangerous as you perceive them to be. Challenge everything you believe by exposing yourself to small doses of uncertainty to prove to yourself that you can handle it. If these experiments show that uncertainty is indeed challenging and you have valid reasons to expect the worst, then either the challenge was too big of a force or Look for the next point. And the next point is 7. Gain new skills. Often uncertainty and fear stem from situations where there are valid reasons to be unsure. There are various types of uncertainty about yourself, the future, and the world. In your case, you feel awful and anxious because you might believe you can't handle what might happen to you, which may not always be true, but sometimes it is valid. So allocate time to acquire the skills needed to manage whatever challenges come your way. Gain more hard skills. 8. Build self-trust. As you develop new skills, this effort will naturally build self-trust and confidence. Addressing your anxieties about future problems and doubts about your preparedness is essential. By improving your abilities, you will feel more capable of handling what might happen, reducing feelings of anxiety and uncertainty. 9. Zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Take a step back and zoom out to see the bigger picture. When you're overwhelmed by uncertainty, it's easy to get lost in the details and immediate worries. By broadening your perspective, you can see how current challenges fit into the larger context of your life. This helps you to understand that setbacks are often temporary and part of a bigger journey. 10. Be curious. Curiosity plays a crucial role in managing uncertainty. By cultivating a curious mindset, you can transform fear into excitement. The line between fear and excitement is thin, and sometimes just changing your perspective can shift you from feeling afraid to feeling intrigued. Instead of dreading what might happen, you can think, I wonder what will happen next. This sense of curiosity can turn uncertainty into an adventure, making it more manageable and even enjoyable. 11. Be adaptable. People who are adaptable tend to be less uncertain about the future. They don't worry as much about what's coming because they trust that they can adapt to any situation. Adaptability allows them to stay flexible and confident, knowing they can handle whatever comes their way. Be like water. 12. Be creative. Creative individuals experience less uncertainty because they can create solutions from nothing. Their ability to innovate and think outside the box makes them more capable of adjusting to new situations. They see challenges as opportunities to invent and explore, reducing their fear of the unknown. Embrace creativity to turn challenges into opportunities. You can read the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron to develop the artist within you. 13. Be still. Sometimes there is too much chaos. If you have the privilege and you don't need to act immediately, don't move, be still. Take your time to wonder, meditate, and let the answer come to you. But remember that being still doesn't mean distracting yourself with social media or mindless consumption of any sort. It means truly resting your nervous system, reducing sensations, and limiting new information. Even with a perfectly planned strategy, we can never truly guarantee that things will unfold exactly as we envision. The nature of life is fluid, nothing remains static, and change is the only constant. To conclude, I leave you with the words of Wendell Berry. It may be that when we no longer know what to do, we have to come to our real work, and that when we no longer know which way to go, we have come to our real journey. Thank you very much for listening.